Like that's why you good both because you ain't got to drop it, but no. When you got it, and then yes, talk about that last. Now they gonna say what's wrong?
Terence Crawford is serious about defeating Canelo Alvarez, and his latest workout tape demonstrates how prepared he is. In fact, it's evident why he didn't accept a tune-up bout before facing Canelo. His plan was to spend the first few months getting in shape and the final few months preparing for his opponent. And everything has gone just as he anticipated. He posted on social media some months ago how much weight he had gained in preparation for the fight. Surprisingly, he was 18 pounds over the super middleweight limit of 168 pounds. After overcoming the weight issue, Crawford has resumed training for Canelo Alvarez with unprecedented vigor. He's forcefully striking punching bags, hitting the mitts, running marathons for athleticism and endurance, doing bodybuilding workouts, shadow boxing, improving his footwork, and other areas of his boxing. Most importantly, he's started sparring with considerably bigger fighters. Crawford is currently training for the September bout, and it appears that his trainer, Brian Bomack McIntyre, has found the right sparring partner for the Nebraska native to prepare for the significant hurdle of jumping up from 154 to 168 pounds against the Mexican. According to a trustworthy news source, Crawford's training partner will be Guatemalan Lester Martinez, a super middleweight contender who recently knocked out Joe in the fourth round. When asked if Martinez would be a decent sparring partner for Crawford ahead of the fight against Canelo, Bomack responded, "And we will absolutely use him as sparring." Before the September bout against Saul Alvarez was announced, Crawford's biggest challenge was his 2023 fight against Errol Spence Jr., which he won. Bomack was asked if Crawford's out versus Canelo would be an even bigger challenge. He responded without hesitation, "Oh yeah, just look at the level of accomplishments. The rivalry so vital that if the two-division undisputed champion defeats the Mexican, he could end his boxing career on a positive note. Of course it could. It might be the last one. It probably could. Yes, it probably could," responded the coach. Terence Crawford's camp believes his secret weapon presents a unique challenge to Canelo Alvarez. Crawford's unconventional approach could be crucial as the two prepare for a high-stakes clash. As excitement grows for the September 12th bout in Las Vegas, Terence Crawford's inner circle feels the undefeated fighter provides a test that Canelo Alvarez has yet to overcome in his long and decorated career. According to Bernie Davis, Crawford's close acquaintance, no sparring partner or training camp can completely match what Crawford brings to the ring. Davis contends that Crawford's versatility and superior boxing IQ create an insoluble problem and secret weapon for the Mexican superstar.
The 12th is official. Canelo and Crawford at Allegiant Stadium. Give me your first reaction to that getting announced.
Super excited, super excited. Like I say, a lot of people are saying about Crawford's age, but no boxing, no life, as Canelo would say. And Crawford still, in age, but he ain't took no punishment. He's cautious, he works hard throughout these years. So, of course you're gonna.
Nobody fights like Crawford, he said in a recent interview with Mill City Boxing, implying that Canelo will have difficulty preparing for a boxer with such fluid style switching and tactical unpredictability. While some expect Crawford to use a plan comparable to Floyd Mayweather's evasive movement, defensive accuracy, and calculated replies, there is growing speculation that Bud may accomplish far more than simply survive Canelo's punch. However, other observers believe that excessive stance altering may be unsuccessful against a seasoned veteran like Canelo, who is not readily fooled by such strategies. Canelo's reduced output in recent fights hasn't stopped him from winning rounds with clean, heavy shots that draw the judge's attention.
You gotta count that in the factor, but in his heart and his mind and spirit, he's still youthful about boxing. He loves boxing, and this is one way to get him up. He's a challenge guy. He loves a challenge, and Canelo is the biggest challenge you can get. We got to go up 2 weight classes, really 3 weight classes to get a guy like that. Hardest puncher, great counter puncher, tons of experience, undisputed champion, unified champion, a couple of divisions champion, and so we didn't get the Pacquiao or the Mayweather, but we getting Canelo, and nothing comes easy.
Crawford's resume at 154 pounds is undeniable. This increase to 168 pounds presents significant risks. Unlike most boxers who progressively adjust to a new weight class, Crawford has chosen to enter a championship match without a tune-up. Abel Sanchez has first-hand experience training a fighter to confront the Mexican icon, having trained Gennady Golovkin into bouts against Canelo in 2017 and 2018.
I think it's a ridiculous fight myself. I think that Crawford is too small. Canelo is, in my opinion, the face of boxing right now. I think that look at his resume. I think it's a good fight for a little while. Crawford's hand speed will, just like when Golovkin fought Kell Brook, the hand speed was evident at the beginning of the fight, but as the fight goes on, Canelo's going to start pounding on him, and I think that the fight ends somewhere between the 9th and 12th round.
You really figure?
Abel Sanchez, a longtime boxing trainer, speaks with Fight Hub TV about a variety of upcoming boxing contests, including some possible ones. Sanchez outlines why he thinks Canelo Alvarez is a step too far for Terence Crawford. When asked about the Canelo Alvarez-Terence Crawford fight, he replied, "Come on, I believe it's a terrible fight myself. Crawford seems too little to me. Canelo is, in my opinion, the face of boxing today. Check out his resume. I think it'll be a terrific struggle for a while." Crawford's hand speed. Just like when Golovkin fought Kell Brook, the hand speed was noticeable at the start of the bout, but as the battle progressed, Canelo will start beating on him. And I believe the fight concludes between the 9th and 12th rounds. I believe that whatever Canelo hits him with will cause him harm. He won't be able to catch him early because, as I have stated, Crawford's foot and hand speed are superior, and Crawford is a formidable fighter at his own weight class. 54's last battle against Madrimov demonstrated that weight makes a difference. I don't care how much weight he gets or what he does to reach that level. 168 will make a difference.
Because of the size difference, he can stop Crawford.
Well, absolutely. Absolutely. I think that anything Canelo hits him with is going to hurt him. He won't be able to catch him early because, like I said, the speed and the foot speed and the hand speed. And Crawford's a heck of a fighter at his own weight. 54, when he fought Madrimov in his last fight, showed us that he can't really, the weight makes a difference. I don't care how much weight he gains and how much he does to try to get up to that level, 168, it's going to make a difference.
How we feeling? What's been going on, Terrence? Talk to us for a little bit.
I got somewhere to go, man.
Yeah. Can we follow you for just the time being?
Yeah.
Hey guys, you guys are supposed to do interviews over there.
Yep. Terrence, I like the way
Don't talk to him.
Mario, don't I got an interview with you?
They haven't told me that. I would love to have an interview. I haven't had an interview with you, a proper interview, in a year and a half.
What's up, man? What you
What's
got?
up, bro?
Don't get the cold, man.
Yeah. Your move up to 154, how much stronger are you feeling?
It's a stupid fight, as I already stated. Crawford is an excellent fighter, but he has been the same boxer from 135 to 147. He is still the same warrior. He hasn't adjusted anything to make him competitive at heavier weights, but Canelo did. Crawford has not been demolishing his opponents. He destroyed someone who was a shell of his former self, but Canelo is demolishing everyone he fights, but Crawford is not. Yes, it's a good money fight, but not a real one. Virgil Ortiz has openly stated that he would like to challenge Crawford if he moves back down to 150 for following the Canelo fight. The 27-year-old fan favorite feels that his undefeated streak will come to an end. Speaking to Ring Magazine, Ortiz anticipated a straightforward victory for Ivory, the naturally larger man. Just to be honest, I think he's too little. Yet, he just weighed in at 180. But gaining weight and actually being that weight are two different things.
How much better are you feeling at 54?
I feel great. I feel strong. I feel motivated. You know, I'm just ready to go out here and do my thing.
Yeah. Terrence, tell us about that back and forth with Eddie.
Oh, Eddie.
Yeah, you look a little heated there.
I ain't heated.
No?
Eddie just be throwing rocks and
I didn't even say him.
just saying anything that comes to his mind to make himself sound, I don't know.
I might understand if he fought someone of lesser caliber, but we're talking about Canelo. That guy is GOAT. He's been boxing for a while. I believe Canelo will win decisively. He went on to explain that Crawford got hit and that he couldn't afford to do it against someone like Canelo. I know I'm going to receive some flack for saying this. Crawford receives a hit. Yes, he does. He gets hit like everyone else. Sometimes he is hit cleanly. It's not ideal to get hit cleanly by Canelo. It's not good, whoever you are, and Canelo is fast. It is not like he is a slow puncher, he'll catch you off guard. It's simply different. Meanwhile, Canelo's most recent opponent, William Skull, was a bigger, younger, and perhaps more energetic boxer. However, Canelo handled him with relative ease, controlling the pace and neutralizing his offense. Davis believes Canelo's timing and experience are still effective. He appeared sharp. The dude lives in the gymnasium. His abilities are still elite.
Whatever like that.
The one thing about Crawford is he got guts. Them bums ain't have no guts. Them bums didn't want to win. Crawford want to win. That's it. It ain't about no belt. It ain't about nothing. You didn't sign the contract. We want to win, and he want to be the best, and he is the best. So that's what's going to be the difference. You know, Crawford got guts. He got a fighting spirit. So when you see Crawford, he going to go in there and get busy with Canelo. Don't you even doubt that. You understand? You ain't never seen Crawford stay on the back foot in no fight in his life. You understand? He the type of guy to go get you. So expect him to go get him. We going to do everything we can to him. We going to do whatever we got to do. But one thing you can expect.
Davis believes Crawford can recreate, or perhaps better, his blowout victory over Errol Spence Jr. Crawford is going to make Canelo seem like mud, Davis claiming that the Mexican champion will be unable to find the appropriate sparring to mimic Crawford's approach. Finally, this bout is more than just a style clash. It's a litmus test for Crawford's supremacy throughout weight classes, as well as a key opportunity for Canelo to silence those who believe his peak is past. While Davis and Team Crawford are full of confidence, the physical demands of the next level, as well as Canelo's heritage, pose serious dangers.
Crawford is going to step to him because you can't beat Canelo going on the back foot forever. You got to go get him. You got to do something. And he better know Crawford is coming.
And when he gets on the inside with Canelo, do you feel he's got the power to hurt and stop him?
Definitely got the power, and he got the speed to counter punch, to his defense, to catch punches, to counter punches, and to let his hands go. Crawford got the speed and to
Alvarez's only two professional losses have been to Floyd Mayweather and Dimitri Bivol. J. Prince, Mayweather's old manager, believes Crawford will add another defeat to Alvarez's record. The match is expected to take place at super middleweight, which means Crawford will need to move up to weight classes after his last fight at 154 pounds. While Alvarez has the weight advantage, Jay Prince believes Crawford has the skills to complete the job. Speaking to Shah Zittel, he stated, "I feel Crawford will defeat Canelo. I'll put my money where my mouth is." Crawford is one of those guys. Prince, on the other hand, declined to criticize Alvarez, stating, "Of course, you know, we can't say anything bad about Canelo because he is the top of the top two, but that's my perspective." Jay Prince also denied that Crawford's weight gain will diminish him, saying, "I think Crawford has no wear and tear on him that I've witnessed watching him spar and watch him in the ring over the years, and he knows what he is doing." Canelo Alvarez is a formidable fighter who has competed in the super middleweight division for a long time. As a result, he has a greater understanding of the division than Alvarez, who fights in a far lower weight class. Nonetheless, Crawford is a master of his craft. However, Alvarez must first face William Skull on May 3rd. He hopes to reclaim the undisputed super middleweight championship with a victory over Skull. Terence Crawford has never shied away from a challenge, and it appears that his next one could be the biggest of his career. Literally, talks are heating up for a September fight against Canelo Alvarez, a 168 pounds. A bout would put two pound-for-pound greats against each other in a battle that might define the era.
Okay. Hey, John, I don't have much time left with you, so I appreciate the time that I've gotten with you. I'm curious to get your insight on a fight coming up between Terence Crawford and Canelo in September. Crawford's moving up a few weight classes to meet Canelo. Just your insight. How does Crawford cross that bridge? How does he nullify the weight difference and get a win against Canelo?
I don't know.
However, not everyone is sold on the notion just yet, particularly not Yaron Boots Ennis. Ennis, one of boxing's most promising emerging stars, is gearing up for his own test against Stan Ennis this weekend. Nonetheless, he made time to weigh in on the Canelo vs. Crawford hype train, and he isn't exactly giving out blind recommendations. In a recent interview with Fight Hub TV, Ennis expressed concern about Crawford jumping up to complete weight classes. "I think Crawford should have a warm-up bout at 160 just to see what it's like against a bigger guy." According to him, Boots did not mince words when discussing Crawford's opponents. Canelo has been at that weight for a time. He's been knocking large people out. Crawford is smaller, and Canelo has been dropping guys weighing in at around 200 pounds on fight night. Alvarez may not be a natural super middleweight, but he has a history of hurting and finishing people far bigger than Crawford. People who are familiar with the game understand this.
That's like a 50-50, 60-40. You gotta lean towards Canelo because he's been at that weight for a long time now, and he been pitting big guys out and things like that. Crawford a little smaller. So I don't know. We gotta see how it play out come whenever they fight. When they supposed to fight, September or something like that.
September.
Yeah, we gotta see how it play out. We don't know. It's boxing. But I think you gotta lean more towards Canelo because, like I said before,
Others in the boxing world have raised similar concerns. Timothy Bradley told BoxingCENE.com that, while Crawford is perhaps the most complete boxer right now, the size differential cannot be overlooked. It's a real jump. Bradley added, "Crawford has never lacked confidence. Max made his position on boxing obvious. I will fight anyone at any weight. That is what greatness is about." And for fans, that approach is precisely what makes this possible showdown so appealing. So, the issue remains, can exceptional talent balance out elite size and power? Crawford may be one of the best technicians the sport has ever seen. But if he goes directly into a battle with Canelo, he will have no margin for error. Canelo has also faced high-profile opponents including Floyd Mayweather, Miguel Cotto, Shane Mosley, and Sergey Kovalev, while three of them have been against his erstwhile bitter rival, Golovkin. Former WBA and lineal featherweight champion Barry McGuigan has now outlined a strategy for Crawford to defeat Alvarez in the generational confrontation. Speaking with Bway, McGuigan stated, "I believe Crawford needs to return to his previous self in terms of punching power and timing. He is an old-school fighter in the Sugar Ray Robinson mold. With microscopic timing, he makes you fall short by a fraction. then comes in with a counteroffer. However, in order to reduce the sting of Canelo's power early on, he will need to wander in and out of punching range and not stand as still.
Guys out and down, and Canelo not even really a 68 pounder. He probably really should be at 60 maybe, and he been hurting these guys. I think he be dropping these guys and things like that. So, and them guys be way bigger than him come fight night. I know that for sure. They be probably close to 200 pounds, and he dropping those guys like that. So, I don't know. It's gonna be a great fight. The fans want to see it. So, so be it.
Yeah, you brought up, and this is just a follow-up on here. You brought up one main point that a lot of
He continued. He prides himself on exchanging with you. Crawford will not do that with Canelo early in the fight, and he will be as evasive and elusive as possible because otherwise, he will get drawn into a trench war. That wouldn't be as effective. When you've determined that Canelo is losing his power, put your foot on the gas and trade with him. But Canelo will know exactly what to do, and that's all for now. For the most recent news, moments, events, and actions in the world of boxing, stay in touch with us by subscribing to our YouTube channel. And don't forget to enable notifications to be notified when we release quality video like this. Until next time, peace.